We've got some other news, and you were telling me about Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah,
What he's been up to.
Yeah, another case of foot and mouth disease for Jeremy Clarkson. Got in a whole bunch of trouble last week for insulting Meghan Markle in his Sunday Times column, but it actually prompted me to do a bit of research. So my partner and I were having a good debate about whether Jeremy Clarkson was a horrible human being, and I tend to agree with her for the most part.
Oh, okay.
But
I think he's fantastic.
he's funny as you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
But when you look back at some of his stunts from previous eras,
Yep.
they really haven't aged well. So
He's like a shock jock. He's just out there to get attention any which way he can. And there are few people that can use words the way he does.
yeah, and I think I came to the conclusion mentally, even though I don't agree with most of the stuff that he's done in the past, I think he's one of the few people that could actually get away with it now. And I think this most recent incident is by far not even close to bad enough to warrant his cancellation, but maybe some of those older incidents.
So what did he do?
Well, when he got fired from Top Gear and punched the producer, when you hear the full story, it turns out it was about 10 o'clock at night, and he arrived back at the hotel, requested a steak dinner, couldn't get it because the kitchen was closed, and then continued to insult the producer over and over.
Oh, jeez.
And then punched him in the face.
Yep.
That caused the firing from Top Gear. And way back, if you look some of the old Top Gear episodes, he was actually a bit of a cretin, even on the interviews. So there's a couple of interviews with some very famous female actresses that have not aged as well as you'd think.
No.
So
yeah, that's not good.
yeah. So the most recent thing, I think, not a big problem, realistically, in the history of Clarkson. Just looking back at all of the crazy things he's done.
They all align, hey?
Yeah,
Bit of reputation mismanagement.
Exactly.
And so what did he say about Meghan Markle this time?
Apparently, in his Sunday Times column, he said that he dislikes Meghan Markle more than the former Scottish Liberal Labour something party leader, another female leader,
right? Okay.
And even more than a famous English serial killer, which I think is kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
And then he said that she should be shamed in the same way that one of the characters in Game of Thrones was.
Yep. Remember that episode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I wish I'd watched it now because I'd have a bit of context, but it's just kind of a nothing story for Clarkson.
If I remember the Game of Thrones episode, the character that they walk through the streets of the town and someone's got a bell walking ahead of them and she's naked and they're ringing the bell and they're just going shame, 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 and she's walking along.
Yeah, and even
that's what he wants.
Even before that, I thought that was just a historic reference until I did some digging.